Okay, welcome students, welcome panelists to the Texas Association for College Admissions Counseling. This is the last session of the Texas Association for College Admission and Counseling and the one for tonight. If you would like to ask a question to any of our panelists, make sure you click the Q&A down at the bottom of your screen. You can ask it to one of the universities or colleges, or you can ask it to all of them. That is the best way that you're going to be able to communicate with them. Your camera and your microphone are off. Again, they cannot see you, they cannot hear you. So please take advantage of that Q&A if you have any questions for the panelists. There's no more sessions to sign up because this is the last day for this virtual college fair, but there is going to be a recording of this available at strivescan.com/Texas, and I'll put all that information in the chat as well. And we are going to kick it off with University of Maryland.
Awesome. So thank you so much. My name is Adrian Rodriguez, and I am the admissions representative from the University of Maryland, overseeing recruitment in the great state of Texas. And, I just want to welcome everybody. I know it's the last session of the night, so hopefully just bear with us here. We're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the University of Maryland College Park and what makes our campus so great. All right, so a couple distinctions to discuss about the University of Maryland. First and foremost, we are one of the largest public research institutions in the Washington, D.C., Baltimore area. And so if you're looking for a school that is going to give you, top-notch research, great opportunities to get involved in internships, extracurricular activities, and be close to a major city like Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, University of Maryland is going to be that school for you. We are ranked as one of the best value institutions among all public institutions in the country, and we rank number 19th among all public universities in the United States as well. We also currently have about 43% of our students that identify as students of color, and our student body population is about 30,000, 32,000 undergraduate students and about 10,000 or so graduate students. So again, pretty large school here, especially in our area. And if you're wanting to know, we're typically about a 2.5 to 3 hour plane ride away. It's not that far. I know when I travel to Texas, it's pretty quick and easy to get into the area. We have 3 major airports in our region, so there's always a way to get to and from. And again, as I mentioned, we're just outside Washington, D.C., located in College Park, Maryland. It's about a 10 or 15 minute metro ride into the city. Metro is what we call our subway system here in College Park in the DC region. So literally from campus, you can hop on the subway, be in downtown DC in about 10, 15 minutes, which opens up a ton of different opportunities for those internships, job opportunities. And it's a pretty fun place to be. We have a lot of different sports in the area as well. So if you want to be, again, in a place that's going to have it all, University of Maryland and the Washington, D.C. area is definitely for you. Here at Maryland, we have over 90 different majors to pick from. They're all housed in one of these schools or colleges here at the university. Some of the most popular programs include our School of Business, anything in our engineering department, as well as our computer science program. I've been to places out in California, Seattle, where folks are just, asking me, how do I get involved at Maryland in terms of getting involved in research for computer science? Because we have such cutting edge technology and things that we're researching here, and our students are able to be a part of that research as well. For all those students that are interested in pre-med, pre-law, or any kind of pre-professional program, we also offer advising for those students. And so those won't be necessarily majors, but they will be in addition to your major while you're here at the university. At Maryland, we have over 800 clubs you can join. We are a Division I school, so in terms of athletics, you're going to have a wide variety of different sports you can follow. Football, basketball, lacrosse, field hockey, etc. are some of the most popular, and in addition to that, baseball and soccer. So again, lots of different things you can do. The application process is really the meat of this presentation, what I really want to spend time on. We are on the Coalition and Common App, so both of those will be options for you. One thing to note here at Maryland, we have a variety of different University of Maryland campuses. So if you're wanting to apply specifically to College Park, make sure you look for the College Park name in the application, especially on the Common App. And then you can also visit our website here directly to get linked over to our application. Additionally, here's a checklist of all the items you will need in order to apply. Of course, the application, but the official transcripts, of course, essay, and your list of activities or resume. One thing to note is we are test optional. We just announced yesterday that we're going to continue this for the fall of 2022 and spring of 2023. So if you're looking to apply to a school and you're not sure whether or not to send your SAT or ACT, know that University of Maryland will not require you to send this to us. We are a school that has an early action deadline of November 1st. So if you don't remember anything else, remember November 1, we need all those documents in our office by that date if you want to be considered for early action. This allows you to also be reviewed for merit scholarships and our special programs like our honors college with no additional applications or anything like that. We also have a regular deadline in January. Although if you apply for this deadline, you're only going to be looked at for admission. You will not be reviewed for any kind of merit awards or special programs like honors and scholars and things of that sort. So with that, just want to say thank you for the short time that we had tonight. If you have any questions or want to learn more about the University of Maryland College Park, please feel free to email us at appliedmaryland@umd.edu. If you put my name in the subject line, or if you anywhere in there say you're from Texas, it'll get routed to me. And of course, we have our phone number there listed as well. Definitely check out our website though. And if you have any questions, as I said, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you very much. All right, next up, we will have Miami University.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Larissa Marple, and I am with Miami University located in Oxford, Ohio. We are not the Miami University or the University of Miami that's in Miami, Florida. In fact, we were established before Florida was a state. So fun fact, if you do get confused, help to explain that to people. But a little bit about our institution. We say that we have the brains of a big university, but the heart of a small school. That is because at Miami University, we have about 17,000 undergraduate students, but our average class size is only 30. So we have the big school spirit, the big school feel when you're walking across campus, but you're not going to feel like you're just a number. You're going to have very individualized classroom attention and definitely know all of your professors and all of your classmates. We also have over 600 student organizations on campus, 18 Division I varsity sports teams, and over 120 areas of study. One question I get from a lot of my Texas students is, what are you known for? What do students go there for? What are the best academic programs? And the truth is, we are a liberal arts institution, even though we are a public school, and we have a lot of different options. I would say we are most known for our business school and nursing, but our, for instance, College of Engineering is ranked number 8 in the country amongst public institutions. We have a lot of different opportunities. Also, about 60% of our students graduate with a minor or a second major. So if you're a student that isn't exactly sure what they want to study, or maybe you have multiple interests, it is absolutely something that we can accommodate at Miami University, and we can help you make sure that you will graduate in 4 years still. We also have 30 combined degree programs. So if for instance, I want to go get my undergraduate degree straight into my master's, we have 30 programs that will allow you to get both degrees within 4 or 5 years, depending on that degree program. And then we are ranked top 5 in the country for undergraduate teaching. Like I mentioned, it's a very hands-on learning environment. Our professors are wonderful. They will know your name, and it is really one of our greatest assets. Additionally, if you're interested in undergraduate research, you can start that your first year at Miami University through our first year research experience, or partner with a professor as you get older. Last year, over 2,000 undergraduate students were working on funded research, partnering with our professors. And so that is definitely an opportunity that's available to you if you are interested. This is a picture of our gorgeous campus. Oxford itself is a college town, and this is the campus itself. Oxford is just adjacent to it, but everything is walking distance. We have the beautiful big red brick buildings, the big green quads. It kind of is that idyllic college campus feel. And the poet Robert Frost said that it was the most beautiful campus that ever there was. This is a picture of Uptown. Like I mentioned, the town of Oxford is literally, this is uptown, this is campus. They touch each other. You can walk everywhere, which is awesome. And it's a really wonderful place to live for 4 years. There's a ton of local restaurants and shops, and the town really makes sure that there aren't a ton of chain restaurants or stores actually in Oxford. It's very individualized, which makes it really fun and a nostalgic place to come back and visit. Regarding our academics, we're divided into 6 different schools. However, this is not super important to know. This is just a little bit of information so you know how we're organized. For a majority of our majors, if you're accepted to Miami University, you are accepted directly into your major, and we don't make it more difficult for students, let's say, for instance, that apply for an engineering degree versus an English degree. If you're accepted and you look like you're going to be a good candidate, you're engineering, awesome, you're English, no problem. The exceptions to that are our business and nursing schools, which I did mention earlier, are some of the schools we're most known for, and they are a little bit more selective than the rest of our colleges, but don't worry too much about that. Our application process is pretty straightforward. These are our deadlines. We do have early decision, early action, and regular decision. So that binding decision, that non-binding early action, and then regular decision, I always recommend at least applying early action so that you get an answer sooner, and that can guarantee your merit scholarship. These dates might shift a little bit for next year, but this is just an idea of what they were this last year. And this is a little bit about our accepted student profile. A couple things to note, this last year we were test optional. There has not been an official decision made if we will be moving forward or not, but you can get an idea of where you might fall. And something to keep in mind is that even though we're a public institution in Ohio, only about 43% of our students are actually from the state of Ohio. A majority of our students are from either international or outside of the state of Ohio. So just something to keep in mind, you will not be in the minority, you will actually be in the majority coming from out of state. And it says 49 states. I believe we got the 50th this past fall. So we have all 50 states represented, and then 68 different countries as well. We also have guaranteed merit scholarship for our students. This is something that we're very proud of. So for an out-of-state student, if you have a minimum of a 3.5 weighted GPA, you can get at least $5,000 a year in merit scholarship, up to full tuition, depending on that GPA. If we go back to requiring testing, this might look a little bit different, but just something to keep in mind. This can really help offset that out-of-state cost. And again, it is guaranteed if you apply by that early action deadline of December 1st. Furthermore, all 4 years that you're at Miami University, the cost stays the same. So that's just something that I like to share with students because it's a little bit easier to plan when you know that your freshman year and your senior year are going to be the exact same price. So definitely something to note. This is also what I like to call our brag page. So this just has some statistics about our graduates. Our graduates are going out and they're being accepted to law school and medical school at higher rates than other students. 96% of our students are employed or furthering their education within 6 months of graduating. We are ranked very high for 4-year graduation rates. You can get in, you can get out, you can go on to your career or those graduate studies or whatever that is. A lot of this is due to the fact that Miami University absolutely has that academic focus, which I've talked about, but we also are going to focus on your leadership and personal development as well. Our students live on campus their first and second year, and then typically move off campus junior and senior year. But when you're living on campus, you're a part of a living learning community that is focusing on your area of interest and is focusing on personal development within that area. It's kind of woven into everything we do because we want our graduates to be successful no matter where they decide to go in the future. That is just a little bit about us. I will make sure to share my contact information in the chat with you all, but please feel free to use the Q&A if you have any questions, and I hope everyone has a great rest of the fair.
Okay, thank you so much, Miami University. Up next is Marietta College.
Hi everyone, my name is Lane Archer. I am an admission counselor at Marietta College and I work with students from Texas. So if anybody out there, decides to go through the application process or would like to visit, I'm your contact person. I actually went to Marietta myself, so I'm a little bit biased, but I do think Marietta is a really awesome place and I'm excited to tell you guys a little bit about it. So some fast facts: we were chartered in 1835. It's a really small school located in Marietta, Ohio. We are right along the Ohio River, about 2 hours from Pittsburgh, 2 hours from Columbus, Ohio, and an hour and a half from Charleston, West Virginia. Only about 1,200 undergraduate students, so you're going to get to know your classmates really well. And then with a student to faculty ratio of 9:1 and average class size of 13, you're going to get to know your professors very well too. So you're definitely not just a number here at Marietta. Your professors will know you by your first name. They'll know what your major is, what you want to do after graduation, the things that you're involved with. So it's really nice to be able to create that relationship with your professors, and they can help you, hopefully land a job or get into graduate school, whatever your goals are at the end of your time here. And we are currently represented by students from 34 different states and 10 different countries. We are rolling admissions, so that means we don't necessarily have an admission deadline. We do also offer early action, which is different than early decision, so you don't have to commit to Marietta any sooner, but early action just guarantees that you'll be sent a decision by a certain date. So our early action deadline is September 15th. So if you apply by then, you will receive your decision letter by the 3rd week in September. So these are the application documents that we need. Our application is free on our website, but we're also on the Common App too. We'll need an essay. The Common App essay is fine, or you can do the one that's listed on our website. Of course, your high school transcript. Test scores are optional, as I'm sure most schools. And then we ask for a letter of recommendation from your school counselor or a teacher, anybody that knows you very well academically. And our application is still open for those of you that may be seniors this year and still deciding where to attend. For those of you that are juniors, our application will open up on August 1st of this year. And this is a nice overview shot of our campus. As I said, really small. Everything is within 2.5 city blocks. So not only is our campus small, the city of Marietta is pretty small too. It takes less than 10 minutes to walk from one side of campus all the way to the other, which I think is great for many reasons. If it's raining or if it's cold outside, you don't have to spend a lot of time walking across campus or a city to get to your class. Here lists our new majors and new minors in the last year and a half, and it also lists our most popular majors. So the most popular one is petroleum engineering, followed by education. We've had 100% placement rate with our education students the last 6 years. Leadership is really popular for students to add onto another major or maybe minor in leadership. Health science is one of our most popular pre-med majors, and then our business department, which is actually made up of 9 different business specific business majors. So yeah. We do have Division III sports. Our mascot is the Pioneers, and you can see all of our sports listed up there. In addition to these, we do also have intramural sports, many clubs and student organizations. The majority of our students are involved with at least 3 different clubs or organizations. So this could be Greek life, student government, intramural sports, or any one of our clubs. And then this is another shot of part of our campus. It does show the men's lacrosse field and football stadium there, and it shows the Ohio River. So we, as I said, right along the Ohio River. It's a very outdoorsy community, so a lot of opportunity for hiking, mountain biking, kayaking. There's a walking and biking trail along the Ohio River. So I'm a very outdoorsy person. It's a great fit for me. There's just a lot of adventure in Marietta. And then this slide lists several examples of where our current graduates are employed or in graduate school. So it's neat to see some of the different outcomes. And over 95% of our grads are in graduate school or employed within 6 months after graduation. And then there is my contact information. Our campus is open for visits. So if you'd like to come to our campus, we do offer travel assistance. So you can just email me and I can give you more information about that. Or you can get on our website and schedule a visit there. The link is up there, marietta.edu/visit. But I would be happy to answer any questions with you, help you through financial aid or the admission process. So I hope to hear from you soon.
All right, thank you very much. Next up, we have Indiana University, Bloomington.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Scott Siegel, and I have the pleasure of serving as Senior Associate Director of Admissions for my alma mater, Indiana University, Bloomington, although I did get my graduate degree at Miami University, so it's fun to be on a panel that includes both of my alma maters. We're talking about IU. Established in 1820, Indiana University has built a strong tradition of excellence and innovation, both in and out of the classroom. From nationally recognized academic programs to Division I varsity athletics and the Big Ten Athletic Conference, all on one of the most beautiful campuses in the country. IU will offer you rich experiences inside the classroom and out. Our 33,000 undergraduates hail from 50 states and over 130 different countries. IU celebrates not only geographic diversity, but our student body, but it's ethnic, religious, political, and socioeconomic diversity that makes our learning community rich. 26% of our student body are domestic students of color. The heart of an IU education is the ability for students to customize their educational experiences. Our 12 schools offer more than 200 majors to choose from, meaning there's something for everyone. Students will be able to work with academic advisors and faculty to create an academic program that is uniquely customized. Whether it's pursuing a double major, multiple minors, or even creating their own major through our individualized major program, IU students are working towards jobs that are not yet even imagined. IU Student Support Services help students succeed during their time at Indiana and beyond. Through individualized academic advising sessions, academic support centers throughout campus, and our Wells Library Learning Commons, students have access to tools to help them become the best students they can be. Our Career Development Center helps students who are still exploring their options understand their skills and interests and helps them navigate IU majors that will help them work in their field of choice. Once a student is declared a major, they will take classes from one of our 12 school-specific career centers and have access to resume workshops, internship and career fairs, and the hundreds of employers that come to Bloomington to hire IU students every year. At IU, you'll learn outside the classroom as well. What you learn outside the classroom will be as valuable as what you learn in your classes. With over 750 different student clubs and organizations, 55 club and intramural sports, and a thriving arts and culture community that boasts over 1,800 performances on campus every year. From watching an opera staged by the world-class Jacobs School of Music to touring the Eskenazi Museum of Art, you'll find that the cultural resources at IU and in Bloomington rival that of a much larger city. Hoosier spirit is alive and well on the IU campus. Of our 24 varsity sports, the only two our students pay to go see are football and men's basketball, and roughly half of our undergraduates will purchase season tickets to those two sports. Assembly Hall boasts the largest student section in the NCAA and is known as the hardest place in the country to be a visiting team. I strongly encourage prospective students to apply by our non-binding early action deadline of November 1. Applying early action offers students the highest admission and scholarship consideration. Early action applicants will also hear back from us early, letting you enjoy more of your senior year. The middle 50% range for students admitted for this past fall was a high school GPA between a 3.6 and a 4.0, SAT scores between an 1160 and a 1370, and ACT scores between a 25 and a 32. So students can submit a complete application to IU through our internal application, Apply IU, or through the common application or the coalition application. Our application fee and essay are the same on all three platforms. In addition to the application, you'll also need your official high school transcript. Students can self-report their test scores on their application or apply through our test optional policy. Whatever the student feels will be best to tell their academic story. Students applying through IU's test optional policy will have full access to merit scholarships and direct admit programs. So thank you so much for your time tonight and your interest in Indiana University. And please let us know how our Office of Admissions can help you as you explore all the amazing opportunities in Bloomington. Thank you so much.
Great. All right. Thank you. Next we have up is Binghamton University.
Great, thank you so much. Hi, everybody. All right, my name is Christiana Friedrichsen. I'm one of our admissions counselors at Binghamton University, and I recruit for Texas. So I'm really excited to be able to talk to you. Really sad I wasn't able to visit this year, as I do live in Binghamton. But this is just giving you a really nice overview of the center of our campus here at Binghamton. And we are part of the SUNY system, the State University of New York system, and there are 63 other SUNY campuses. Really, this is a really nice system to know about because these are our state schools in New York, and being part of this system does give our students over 1,000 different options for study abroad, so a really nice benefit to know about. And we are an R1 research institution, so there's a lot of opportunities to do research with your professors and some of our first year programs as well. We're also known as a public Ivy, so an Ivy League education at a public school price. Just some quick things about us. And this will just kind of give you a nice idea where we are in the Northeast. So we're right on the border of Pennsylvania and New York, not too far from a lot of those big metro areas. So New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., Boston, and Canada. Really great for career prospects, getting to know some of the companies that you might be interested in working for, especially in the Northeast, and for some internship opportunities. We're a really short drive or plane ride from these areas. And because we're so nicely centrally located in the Northeast, this is perfect for exploring the Northeast area, which is really nice. All right, so this is just kind of giving you an idea of our academics and how we house our different programs at Binghamton. Starting with our largest school, we have our Harper College of Arts and Sciences. A lot of different programs are housed here, from biology, psychology, theater, history, art, mathematics, languages is also a really popular one. It's perfect for students who have no idea what they want to study, or if you have a lot of different interests. We also have our College of Community and Public Affairs. So that is where our human development and our social work programs are housed. It is perfect for students who want to work with people. Our Decker College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Our nursing school is our smallest school, one of our most competitive, but it is a direct entry program. And we do have a brand new nursing building that opened this spring. And we are implementing some new health science programs in the very near future. So we're really excited to offer those. Our Thomas J. Watson College of Engineering and Applied Science. You'll find biomedical, mechanical, industrial, computer, and electrical engineering, as well as computer science. And the first year program allows you to sample a little bit of everything before declaring your major. Also a direct entry program. Our School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, one of our newer programs. Our students hoping to go into pharmacy will start in Harper, usually in the sciences, and work with the advisors to take those prerequisites. You can go into the pharmacy school after 2 years or after 3 if you want to complete your bachelor's degree. And then we have our School of Management. also a direct entry program. We have business administration and accounting. Underneath business administration, you'll find finance, entrepreneurship, management, marketing, and a little bit more. Some really great connections in our Career Center specifically for business students. We also have a lot of accelerated degree programs. You can get your bachelor's and your master's in 5 years instead of 6, as well as a pre-health, pre-med, and pre-law advising track. So if you wanted to go into those programs after your undergrad, we have advisors specifically set up to help you to do just that. And for our student life, we have a lot going on campus. Over 450 different clubs and organizations, all student run. So you can be in a leadership position, be the president of a club or a treasurer, or create your own club if you definitely see a need. We have 21 Division I teams. So if you're a Division I hopeful, you can be one of our Bearcats. We also have club and intramurals teams. So if you'd rather play those, you can do that. We also have a lot of different music and theater performances throughout the year, 2 different museums on campus that show visiting art as well as student art. And we do have our campus rec facilities with group fitness classes and more. This is one of the reasons we are in the top 25 healthiest colleges in the country. And that is paired with our nature preserve, which is about 200 acres right on campus with a 6-acre pond for our students to enjoy. So a lot of different things going on, all on our welcoming campus, very diverse campus with our students coming from 50 states and over 100 different countries. A little bit about our community and how we house our students. So we don't house our students in, kind of standalone dorm buildings. We have the Oxford style of living. So like little neighborhoods. In each residential community, you'll find about 4 to 5 different buildings. Some are closer together, some are farther apart. They all have different styles, personalities, traditions. It makes it for a really fun and unique experience to live on campus. I would definitely recommend that you check that out on our website to get some floor plans and more pictures. It's a really great place to be. And this just gives you a little bit more information about our surrounding area. The city of Binghamton is about 3 miles from campus, so not too far, perfect for taking a short drive. Lots of different restaurants, festivals, walking trails. We have the Binghamton Rumble Ponies baseball team, which is the farm team for the New York Mets, and one of the oldest zoos in the world, the Ross Park Zoo, and a lot of carousels, making us the carousel capital. So a lot of fun things that our students love to take advantage of in our surrounding area. And this is just some quick information to get to know us a little bit more from our virtual visit opportunities. So you can chat with us, schedule some one-on-one sessions, and do some virtual tours and hear a little bit more information at our information sessions. And you can see my contact information there. I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Okay, fantastic. If all the panelists could turn their video on, we're just going to do a question in the order that you presented, and I put that order back in the chat so that you can see it. The question that we're going to ask, that you're going to answer for the attendees, is what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Okay, so I think one of the things I usually tell students is something that I actually didn't do very well like in high school was trying to be a little bit more organized by creating a Excel sheet or some type of spreadsheet where you can keep all the schools you're interested in attending organized and kind of show exactly what are the dates, because all of us have different deadlines, different requirements, and this will kind of give you a way to remain organized because of so many students that miss deadlines because they thought it was another school and they sent the wrong document. So I would definitely say try to make a Google Sheet or an Excel sheet for you there to keep yourself as organized as possible.
Yeah, and I would say something I also did not do very well myself, but a piece of advice I like to give is don't be afraid to look at schools you've never heard of, to look out of state, to look at schools that your college counselor recommends that you've never known anyone to go to. I think it's really easy to want to attend places that you're familiar with, but there's so many colleges out there. There are over 4,200 in the United States alone. And so just make sure that you are open-minded throughout the process and checking out some places that you might not have thought initially.
My biggest piece of advice to high schoolers is to visit and revisit all of your top schools. That's the best way you're going to know what is the best fit for you. Here at Marietta, we really believe in fit and feel. So we want you to walk on our campus and feel like you would fit in. You could see yourself, spending the next 4 years here. And I know sometimes it's kind of difficult to visit campuses now because of COVID, but maybe check out websites and do virtual tours when you can.
So I have a high school sophomore, and it's starting to dawn on me that email is not a very cool thing, right? Email is a boring thing that your parents do and they do at work, and it's not something that you necessarily want to have as part of your life. And schools do a great job of reaching out to prospective students and applicants through a lot of different other social media platforms and other communication tools, but you do still need to check your email and make sure that you are communicating with the schools that you've applied to, because they will send you very important things via email. Your admissions decision, scholarship packages, financial aid, housing information, orientation information. And if you're not checking that regularly, you might miss out on some great things that schools are trying to tell you. So great Instagram pages that schools have where you can see pretty pictures of the campuses and hear student testimonials and stories and all of those kind of things. But a lot of the business of applying to and being admitted and enrolling at an institution still happens via email. So make sure that you have that as part of your life.
My biggest piece of advice to students is definitely asking questions. I actually graduated from Binghamton as well, and I was a transfer student. So I thought that I wouldn't be able to study abroad when I was a student at Binghamton, and I just didn't ask about it. So because of that, I missed out on that opportunity. Now in this position, I know that I could have done that. So my biggest piece, so you don't miss out on anything, and so that you're informed, is to ask questions. Ask questions when you are a current student. Ask questions now when you're an applicant, to your counselors and to us especially. That's what we're here for, to make sure that you don't miss out and that you are successful.
Fantastic. If we could, we have time for one more question. And I really like this question, and so do the students. What is your favorite event or tradition on your campus, in the same order that we went, starting with the University of Maryland? Oh, nope. Okay, we are going to go to Miami.
I will just jump in then. One of my favorite, I guess you can call it traditions on our campus, is playing the game of broom ball. And y'all might be familiar with this. I grew up in Texas. I was not familiar with what broom ball is. It's on an ice rink, and it's a game that's kind of like hockey, but you're in tennis shoes. And so you're just trying to get the ball, not a puck, a ball into the goal, which sounds very simple, but if you've ever attempted to walk on ice before, it's very difficult. And so this is a fun game that our students will play. They'll do late night broom ball in the Goggin Ice Center that we have. The different residence halls will do like intramural teams against each other. Sometimes it's like part of our welcome week activities. So it sounds bizarre. It sounded weird to me when someone tried to explain it, but then I participated in it and thought it was a blast. I did have a few bruises the next day, so be careful, but definitely one of the things our students really enjoy. That's kind of a unique game to the Midwest.
One of my favorite traditions here. Sorry. One of my favorite traditions here at Marietta is what we call Doodah Day, and it's a festival that happens before finals week every spring semester. So all of the students get to, have fun, let loose with festival games and food trucks. And there's always something different going on every year. We'll bring in hot air balloons that students could actually go up in, blow up obstacle courses, mud volleyball tournaments, mechanical pool, just always something different and really fun before students start studying for finals week.
So at IU Bloomington, one of the largest all-campus traditions is the Little 500 bike races. They were immortalized in the movie Breaking Away, which won an Academy Award for Best Screenplay. It is a 200-lap bike race around a quarter-mile cinder track on fixed gear bicycles that's modeled after the Indianapolis 500, hence the Little 500. It happens in April every year with both a men's race and a women's race. Residence halls, off-campus organizations, fraternities and sororities, ROTC organizations, etc., field teams in the Little 500. It's been broadcast before on ESPN, so a huge all-campus tradition that students really enjoy participating in and going to watch and cheer on their friends. And it is all done to raise money for scholarships for working students.
Sorry about that, everyone. So here at the University of Maryland, one of our traditions is actually a little bit weird, but during finals time, we actually have one of our statues of our mascot, Testudo. It's a diamondback terrapin in front of our McKeldin Library. You'll find weird offerings given to Testudo around finals, and the idea is that the better the offering, the better grade you're going to get. They've even done like scientific research apparently on this to show, and supposedly around the time when there was no access to it because they were rebuilding the front of the library, students going to give offerings, and that year test scores had actually gone down on campus. I don't know if it's true or not. That's just what I've heard, but I've seen things from Starbucks to cups to flat screen TVs, you name it. People have put pretty cool and pretty like off things there for Testudo. So if you're ever around Maryland around finals time, definitely come by and check that out, because it's definitely something interesting that I've never seen on any other campus.
One of my favorite things that happens at Binghamton is, I mentioned our residential communities. They all have their own traditions, and there's a lot of them that happen throughout the year. So they're all a little unique to the community, which is a lot of fun. Some are really only for that community, and some are for the whole campus. One of my favorites is in our Hinman community, it is our oldest community actually on campus, and they do 24-hour theater. So a group of students will get together and they will create the play, write the play, do auditions for the play, advertise, rehearse it, and perform it twice, all in 24 hours. And it is a chaotic, so exciting event that our students and our whole campus look forward to every year. And that's just one example of the many traditions that happen in our communities all year long.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, panelists, for your insight to your university and college institutions. And thank you for the attendees. When you exit out of here, there's a quick survey for you to take. This is actually the last of the session, so there's no more to sign up for. And the recording is available at strivescan.com/Texas. So thank you so much again, and be well and have a good night.